Welcome back to the channel, Treasure Hunters. Today, we're unlocking the secrets of a coin that millions of people walk past every single day, the 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States. It might just look like any other penny, but in reality, it's packed with hidden value, a rich historical story, and yes, some are worth up to $52. So grab your magnifying glass and your coin jar, because this could be the video that changes how you see pennies forever. To understand the importance of the 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to step back, way back, to the beginning of the Lincoln Cent series, one of the most beloved and longest-running coin programs in American history. In 1909, the United States Mint released the first Lincoln Cent to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was revolutionary, marking the first time a real historical figure had been featured on regular U.S. currency. The original design featured Lincoln's bust on the obverse and two wheat ears on the reverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. That wheat design stayed in place until 1959, when the Lincoln Memorial replaced it to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, and from 1959 to 2008, the Lincoln Memorial design dominated the reverse side of every penny minted, including the one we're exploring today, the 1993 Lincoln Cent. The obverse design stayed almost entirely the same, proudly displaying the timeless profile of America's 16th president. Now, the 1993 coin itself was struck during a transitional and historic period. In the early 1980s, the U.S. Mint made a big change, moving from mostly copper pennies to copper-plated zinc ones, saving millions in production costs. By 1993, these zinc-core cents had become the standard, but certain coins from this year stand out due to condition, strike quality, and yes, hidden minting errors. The Lincoln Memorial in sharp detail United States of America arched above e pluribus unum in smaller letters above the building and boldly at the bottom. 1 cent. Now here's something to note. This coin, having no mint mark, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and millions were made. In fact, over 5.6 billion of these 1993 Philadelphia pennies were minted. But not all coins are equal. Some were struck more sharply. Some were preserved better. And some have minting errors that make them valuable collector items worth up to $52 or more. Let's dive into the world of minting mistakes and rarities. This is where the real excitement begins. Despite its massive mintage, there are 1993 pennies that break the mold. Here are some that collectors actively seek. Some 1993 coins feature slight but noticeable doubling of letters and Liberty, or the date. These are known as double die errors and can skyrocket the coin's value. Coins that were misaligned during the striking process often have part of the design cut off or skewed. A 10 to 20% off center penny from 1993 can be worth between $10 and $50 depending on condition. A famous and fun die break found between the B and E in Liberty, which looks like a small I. These minor but collectible defects can add significant value. These happen when a piece of the die actually breaks off, leaving a blob of raised metal on the coin. Very collectible, and quite eye-catching. Even a perfectly preserved, uncirculated coin, with deep luster and zero handling damage, could be worth far more than a cent. And yes, some 1993 Lincoln Cents have sold for as much as $52 when authenticated and graded as MS-65 or higher by trusted agencies like PCGS or NGC. So how do you actually know if your 1993 penny is worth real money? Let's go over the value breakdown. Circulated coins ***. Most of the 1993 Lincoln Cents that pass through vending machines and change drawers are only worth face value. 1 cent. Brilliant uncirculated coins. BU***. These are pennies that were never used in commerce and remain in perfect or near perfect condition. These can range from $1 to over $10. MS-65 and higher ***. Coins that are professionally graded and fall into the mint state category can command values of $25 to $52, especially if they show no contact marks, have original red color, and sharp details. Rare era coins ***. If you find a 1993 penny with a dramatic mint error, like a double die or a strong off-center strike, it can bring much more at auctions or among coin collectors. The current collector market value for a top-grade 1993 Liberty 1-cent coin is $52, a stunning leap from its humble 1-cent origin. Store your coins safely in 2x2 holders or acid-free coin albums. Exposure to air and moisture can ruin their value. If you think you have a rare find, get it graded. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC give coins a professional stamp of approval that collectors trust. And finally, be patient and keep hunting. Some of the most valuable coins ever found were discovered by ordinary people just like you, going through their pocket change. So next time you see a 1993 Lincoln penny, don't just toss it in the coin jar. It might be a Liberty 1-cent treasure in disguise. Whether it's a mint error, a pristine uncirculated gem, or simply part of our great American history, this coin deserves a second look, and it just might put $52 in your pocket. This 1992 D penny is worth thousands. 15 rare coins you might have in your change right now. Top 10 Lincoln cents worth serious money. Would you like me to create a thumbnail design, video description, or SEO tags to go with this script? Stop right there. What if I told you the humble penny you just walked past could actually be worth $52? In today's video, we're diving deep into the mysterious and surprising world of the 1993 D Liberty 1-cent coin, a penny from Denver that might be hiding in your pocket with a secret value. We'll uncover its fascinating history, unique features, and the shocking market value it can reach if you find the right one. So grab your coin jar, because you might be richer than you think. To understand the 1993 D penny, we first need to travel back in time, over a century ago. In 1909, the United States Mint launched one of the most iconic coins in American history, the Lincoln cent. This marked the first time a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, was featured on a circulating U.S. coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse portrayed Lincoln's profile, while the reverse originally featured two wheat stalks, known as the wheat ears design. In 1959, to honor the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to depict the Lincoln Memorial, symbolizing unity, liberty, and America's democratic foundations. That design stayed in use until 2008. Now fast forward to 1993, a time when the Lincoln cent was still one of the most heavily circulated coins in the country. But not all 1993 pennies were created equal. Some, especially those struck in Denver, were minted with such high quality, or with unique minting errors, that they now fetch up to $52 on today's collector market. Let's take a close look at the features of the 1993 D Lincoln cent, often called the Liberty 1-cent coin by collectors. Centered, the Lincoln Memorial, detailed with all its steps and pillars above, United States of America just under that, E pluribus unum bottom center, 1C. Into this copper-plated zinc format began in 1982 when the U.S. Mint moved away from the heavier copper alloy due to rising metal costs. While the 1993 D cent looks like its earlier counterparts, its real value lies in how it was struck, how well it was preserved, and whether it features any mint errors. In 1993, the Denver Mint produced over 6.4 billion Lincoln cents. That's right, 6.4 billion with a B, so you may be wondering, how can a penny made in the billions be rare or valuable? The answer is all in the details. Most 1993 D cents are still worth face value, especially if they're heavily circulated with scratches, dirt, or corrosion. But coins that remain in perfect or near-perfect condition, with no contact marks, strong details, and that original copper-red shine, are extremely rare in today's coin market. And then there are the error coins, the unexpected stars of the numismatic world. Let's explore the secret weapons of the 1993 D penny. Rare errors and die. Varieties *** that turn common coins into rare collectibles worth up to $52 or more. Look closely at the date, or the word Liberty. In some 1993 D pennies, you'll find doubled letters caused by a misalignment during the hubbing process. These double die coins are scarce and highly sought after. When a coin isn't centered in the press, part of the design gets cut off. A 1993 D penny with a 10 to 30% off-center strike is worth a premium, especially if the date and mint mark are fully visible. These are raised lumps of metal caused by a damaged die. A cud near the edge or a die crack near Lincoln's face makes the coin stand out to collectors. This famous die crack appears between the B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like an I. These are fun collector finds, especially when bold. If the coin blank was improperly cut, it results in a crescent-like clip. These 1993 D-era coins can sell for $25 to $75 depending on severity and condition. Each of these rare varieties brings personality and value to the humble penny. And when they're paired with mint-state condition, you could easily see offers of up to $52 or higher. Let's break down the value of your 1993 D Lincoln cent in today's market. Value: 1 cent. These have scratches, dull color, and worn details. Value: $1 to $5. Sharp features, full luster, no wear. Certified MS65 to MS67. Value: $25 to $52. Graded by PCGS, NGC, or Annex. These coins show full red color, 0 marks, and crisp strike quality mint-era coins. Value: $15 to $100 plus. Depends on rarity, visibility, and grading, so if you think you have something special, consider sending it in for professional grading. That little copper coin could become a collector's dream. Now that you know what to look for, here's how to find and protect your potential $52 penny. Use gloves when handling coins to avoid skin oil damage. Get a magnifying glass or coin loop *** for close-up inspection. Sort your coins by year and mint mark ***. Look specifically for 1993 D. Inspect for doubling, cuds, cracks, or off-centers ***. Store them in 2x2 cardboard flips or acid-free coin albums ***. Send your best examples for grading if they're flawless or show an error ***. Don't forget to check bank rolls, inherited coin collections, and old jars ***. Sometimes the most valuable coins hide in the most unexpected places. So the next time you see a penny on the ground or in your change tray, look closer. Because that little 1993 D Liberty 1 cent coin might just be your ticket to $52 or more. Rare errors, sharp strikes, and beautiful preservation can turn the most common coin into a collector's dream. Like this video if you love coin collecting. Subscribe for weekly deep dives into rare coins. Comment below if you've found a rare 1993 D penny, or if you're checking your stash tonight. Until next time, remember, every coin has a story. Some are worth more than you ever imagined. Top 5 Lincoln pennies that sold for thousands. How to identify mint errors that are worth real money. 1994 penny value. Why it's worth more than you think. Would you like me to also create a custom thumbnail, viral title ideas, or SEO optimized tags and description for this video? In today's video, we'll explore the fascinating story of this modern Lincoln cent, how it was made, why collectors want it, and what to look for that could make your coin extremely valuable. So don't go anywhere, because that humble penny could be worth way more than just 1 cent. To understand why the 1994 D penny matters, we first need to rewind over 100 years, to the birth of the Lincoln cent. In 1909, the United States Mint introduced the first ever coin to feature a real historical figure, President Abraham Lincoln. That year marked Lincoln's 100th birthday, and the U.S. broke tradition by placing his iconic profile on the 1 cent coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent featured 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, what became known as the wheat penny. That design was minted from 1909 to 1958. Then in 1959, to honor Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse was redesigned to showcase the Lincoln Memorial, an enduring symbol of American unity. This version remained until 2008. Fast forward to 1994, and the Lincoln cent was still going strong. But don't let its modern appearance fool you. Asterisk asterisk this Denver struck coin has surprises hidden in plain sight asterisk asterisk dot. This was part of the modern zinc-based cent series that began in 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched from a nearly pure copper composition to a more affordable zinc core due to rising metal costs. In 1994, the Denver Mint struck an enormous number of pennies, roughly 7.1 billion Lincoln cents bearing the D-Mint mark. These coins were intended for everyday use across the country. So how does a coin with billions in circulation end up being worth $52? While most of these coins were heavily used, passed through cash registers, vending machines, and pockets, only a tiny fraction survived in perfect condition. Even fewer came off the minting presses with errors, unique striking anomalies, or in brilliant uncirculated grades that make collectors excited to pay top dollar. Let's talk about the real moneymakers, the error coins and rare varieties that make your 1994 D penny worth far more than 1 cent. Some 1994 D pennies show doubling on the letters of Liberty, or the date. These result from die misalignment and are hot commodities for collectors. If the coin was not perfectly centered during minting, part of the design will be missing. A 10 to 30% off-center penny with a visible date can fetch $20 to $50, depending on condition. Coins that were cut improperly, leaving a crescent-shaped clip, are rare. These 1994 D examples can sell for $40 to $80, especially if the clip is obvious and dramatic. These result in raised blobs or missing sections along the rim or edge of the coin. Large cuts on Lincoln's head or the memorial building can bring serious collector interest, caused by a die crack between the B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like the letter I. Though common in older cents, examples on 1994 D pennies are collectible and worth $5 to $20 depending on clarity. Coins with a strong red hue, called full red RD by graders, are significantly more valuable than dull or brown ones. Depending on the type and visibility of the error double die, $15 to $60 off-center, $20 to $75 clipped planchet or cud, $30 to $100+ pro tip. Always authenticate rare coins with grading services like PCGS or NGC. A graded and encapsulated coin gets more attention from serious collectors and commands higher prices. Want to find your own valuable 1994 D penny? Here's how. Search bank rolls. Ask for rolls of pennies from your bank and start hunting. Use gloves and a magnifier. Protect coins from finger oils and examine closely for doubling or errors. Store properly. Use acid-free 2x2 holders or coin tubes. Track values. Follow online marketplaces like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and PCGS reports. Get graded. If you find one in perfect condition, submit it for grading. That's how you unlock that $52 value and beyond. So the next time you find a 1994 D penny, don't toss it aside. It might be a hidden treasure worth $52 or even more. Whether it's a rare error, a perfect mint strike, or just a beautiful red cent, it has a story, a legacy, and maybe a place in a collector's showcase. Hit that like button if you learned something new. Subscribe for weekly deep dives into coin collecting. Drop a comment below. Have you found a rare 1994 D penny? Every coin in your pocket could be a piece of American history, waiting to be discovered. See you in the next video. Would you like a thumbnail design, viral short script, or SEO tags and video description to go with this script?